Canada?
Not that old, so.
Come on now. Not a grandfather yet, right?
No.
Don't have one of these, eh?
October.
Okay. Yeah, get one of those in October. They used to call the old $50 bill Newfoundland Firing Squad. So you got to go see one. And then you see why it's called that. This is what I feel like that now, right? Everybody up. Everybody up.
This history lesson is brought to you by the Gardiner MacDougall. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
So tell us about that game tonight. It's a game 7 game. There's no tomorrow. There's no we're gonna be better next one.
Yeah, better be better tonight.
Yeah.
No, it's a good opponent, a good showcase for this tournament, but it's a good showcase for a league. Obviously, you people are not happy with the performance of both teams, so one team tonight is going to have a win, you know. But it's it's set up perfectly for our team, you know. You come to the Memorial Cup, if you know you win one game, you go to the semifinals. I think if you talked to us, you know, when I took the job from Mr. Irving, and he had a meeting with me, and he went over the team, and he said, some of the sports reporters, they have us ranked number 45 in Canada because of our playoffs and our record. So if you can have a chance now to go in the top 3 in Canada, I think that's a big progression. It's always about getting better, and tonight we'll have to be better because, you know, we know we got a good opponent, and opponent we both know, but it's still opening game for both teams.
Are you surprised to be in that situation with Rimouski right now, being 0-2 and playing for the continuity of the tournament tonight?
I don't know, like, obviously past, you know, what do they say, when you buy stocks or you buy investments, past performance do not guarantee the result. So if you looked at the track record, you'd like to be in a different occasion, but I think this is a good growth as a coach as well. You know, you like to be, I like the horse races, I go to lots of them, and you like to be the lead horse, but the lead horse doesn't always win the race. So, you know, we're not the lead horse in the standings right now, but we got an opportunity to stay in the race.
Did you find an explanation about the lack of support from your forward so far? Even the team has only scored 3 goals, and all by defensemen.
Yeah, I mean, you know, this is what the tournament does. You play good competitions, and sometimes, you know, I think we use consistency as the mother of excellence. Incremental improvement is the father. And we've been, you know, up until the playoff, we had never, after the opening weekend, but we got a point in our opening game. The opening game we lost in overtime, but we had never lost 2 games in a row, which really is an amazing feat when you go through 64 games of major junior hockey. And then, you know, we had lost 2 to Rimouski, but we found a way to win the next game, you know. So we're in a similar circumstance, so we got to go back on, you know, the confidence we had. But I think the focus we had for game 6 here, we have to have that same focus, plus maybe a little bit more.
I don't want to go in that story that happened to your team, but do you feel there's going to be something to bound for your team regarding Taylor and you and from what happened?
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. You know, the one thing about this group, it's we talked about that FOE, family over everything, and when Taylor's opening meeting, he talked to the group way back in August, August, and he said we have to be great teams are tight teams, and he was fortunate at UNB to win championships and to see how tight the teams were at UNB, and he said we have to be the tightest team ever. And you know, when we went into took the job over, maybe there was, you know, when you talk to other coaches, maybe the Wildcats weren't as tight as you want to be, you know, and certainly this year they've proven that, and you become tighter when you have adversity, and most of our adversity is on the ice. Obviously what happened to Patrick the other day is, you know, something you can never control. You never want that phone call. You know, my son, as a general manager, this is the highlight of his career. This should be the most joy he's ever had. He gets a call that will change his life 20 minutes before. Instead of watching the first period of the game, he has to go to the RCMP and identify his father-in-law that's passed away, you know. So you don't have a manual or manuscript for that type of thing. And, you know, he's handled it amazing, you know, as he's handled this year, you know. So, you know, I think the group, obviously I didn't want to let them know before the game, and officially I guess we let them know last night, but the assistant coaches talked to them afterwards. And, you know, this is a special group. Even, you know, people are not happy with our games because, you know, we set a new bar, new standard, and as coaches we're pushing that standard. But, you know, in the opening game, arguably, you know, we're ranked number 1, they're ranked number 2, but you look at what London Knights have and what the programs have. That's where we want to go as a program, you know. And for us to be, you know, if you have Caleb Denoyer with a breakaway in overtime, I don't know, in the major leagues, 3 out of 10 makes you millions of dollars. In hockey, I don't know, 4 out of 10 on a shootout is a lot of money. I'm probably give Caleb then now the puck the next time he's going to score. So we're all thinking, he scores that goal, maybe it's different circumstances. But when you have adversity, and this is what the group, they're terrific resilience. Like our pregame skate, number 41 of the year, was execution-wise our best of the year. So we'll be ready today. And the group, they embrace the challenge rather than the pressure that a lot of people put on. Oh, this is that. No. This group embraces it. They really enjoy hanging around, being together. And I said, here, we really like Rimouski. It's been a great spot, and we just like to hang around.
You said after the game that it was your toughest game to coach. How difficult is it to keep focusing on hockey after the turnovers you had?
Yeah, and when I looked at that, obviously you're in the moment, and as I said, I'm a little numb, especially when the game's done. We talked about our team, our mind has to be stronger than our feelings for our players. In the game, you can have a shitty shift or a really big shift, but your mind has to focus on the next shift. So as a coach, I have to live up to that. But when I think about it, you have some time yesterday to think. It's not an easy day. In 1997, I had a phone call from my mom and my sister's husband. He was in the military at Petawawa, and he had an accident, I think December 15th, December 16th, and I coached a game in Portage, Manitoba that night. The next day I left Winnipeg for Ottawa. He was in the emergency ICU intensive care in Ottawa, and he was there for 6 days. And then we had to make the decision that no family ever wants to make. We had to pull that he was going to pass away. That changed my life. Hey, I'm as competitive as any guy, but I had a sister. She had a 5-year-old, a 3-year-old, and a 1-year-old, and she lost her husband in 1997, just like that. And we had a military funeral, and when they played the last post, and you see it always in the movies, they played the last post, my sister dropped to her knees screaming. You don't forget those images. So we were a very competitive hockey game, but I think it's allowed me to be the best at these big pressure moments. That, yes, it's a hockey game. It's not like Patrick the other day that lost his life. Whatever happens tonight, we're going to live tomorrow. We'd like to hang around Rimouski. That's our goal. But so I think that's given me an amazing perspective. It certainly changed me as a human, but really changed me as a hockey coach in 1997 for sure. That's 7 days in intensive care at Ottawa with my family around me and that type of thing. So it was another bitter call that Taylor got, which will change his life. But as humans, time always heals. It won't heal everything because the Patrick's family, his wife Shelley, his daughter Kelsey, who's my daughter-in-law, and Lee, the other son who's just expecting a child this summer. And Patrick was just the greatest family guy. So, but hey, we can't control some parts of life, so we just got to make the best of it today. And there's a hockey game to be played tonight.
Has Taylor returned to New Brunswick? Is he sticking around for it?
Yeah, he flew right after the game. Yeah, no, he flew back home after the game.
Anytime you played this team this year, Coach, twice in the regular season, obviously 6-game series, is that a positive or a negative going into a must-win game?
Well, I think you make it a positive. Yeah, I mean, we played in this rink 4 times. We've won 3 times. So, yeah, we've had our greatest glory this year in this rink, and we know, as opponents, may have been nicer to win at home, not on their ice, but it's always tougher to do it the second time. But that's the cards we're dealt. So we'll bring our best effort on tonight.
Gardiner, what's happening with the too many men? Were those
Oh, baby.
And you got away with I don't mean to be crass.
Oh, no. What was the guy, Don Cherry? He didn't coach in the NHL after that, did he? I think he's going to bring it up and say, Coach, you're done in the major junior. Yeah, and
that was a nice 7.
Oh, man.
Were they 2 separate incidents? Or?
Yeah, well, kind of. The one lad went. I mean, he's excited, and I should have had, way back when I coached in Saskatchewan, and I was in a kind of a bowl territory. And I said, maybe I could, those bowl things, I could have a bowl just to snap the guys to attention. And then, I used to be jumping jack proud in PEI. I used to have, when you come across the ferry in PEI, you used to have pig races way back in the 80s. And the pigs are docile. They're not that lively, but he'd have a little electric prod. Woo! and away the pigs would go. I always thought, man, if you could put that in the pants of the player. Then we're going back to Hitler days now. But anyways, no, I saw in this scene, one guy jumped, and then it was for the D. He had to wait for the forward. He's excited, but I needed thing. He got 5 feet. I can't reach him now. And then the D came off, and the D that went on, he hesitated, and it's easy to look back. But yeah, you can't have those. Those are what do they call it? Collateral damage. Yeah, those are collateral damage. We gave enough penalties to that team to kill the power play. I thought our penalty kill was really, really good, but you can't give that many, and especially that it should never happen.
It's probably rare for a team.
We've had more than that. We've had more than that. We've had a few, and I mean we won.
Markus, obviously the night time you played this team, you've had a lot of success in this rink. How much of a positive is that going in this game?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's positive, but as of today, none of that matters. It's one game takes all. Game 7 mentality, so we got to be ready.
They see this as a revenge a little bit.
I'm sure they see that as a revenge.
Pour vous, c'est comment ce match-ci? Est-ce que vous voulez aussi compter ça?
Pour nous autres, on doit être à notre meilleur. On sait que eux autres ils vont être préparés. Ils ont pas gagné. Puis nous autres, on n'a pas gagné aussi, fait qu'on va être prêts.
Comment avez-vous vécu peut-être les dernières 24 heures avec le décès dans la famille MacDougall? Est-ce que vous connaissiez un peu le beau-frère, le beau-père de Taylor?
Nous autres, on le connaissait pas, mais quand ça arrive à une personne dans notre équipe, ça arrive à tout le monde. Fait que pour nous autres, c'était beaucoup, mais on doit être préparé pour ce soir.
How much are you talking about that, or are you just trying to focus on the game, or you talked about it as a team, or is it?
Yeah, we have talked about it as a team. We kind of went through it yesterday, and kind of set the standard that today we're focused on hockey, and that's kind of on the back burner.
Comment difficile que c'est de se focusser sur le hockey justement après avoir entendu tout ça, puis le fait que vous n'avez pas gagné, vous avez une victoire en 5 parties, puis vous avez eu des difficultés récemment. Comment que vous êtes capable comment difficile c'est de se concentrer là-dessus?
Nous autres, on a des challenges toute l'année. Fait que c'est juste un autre challenge pour nous autres, puis on doit être préparé.
Qu'est-ce qui va être le plus difficile ce soir?
Je sais pas encore. Il va être des highs puis des lows durant la match ce soir, puis on doit être prêt.
Quand vous avez joué beaucoup contre eux autres, est-ce que tu penses que c'est un avantage ou un désavantage le fait que vous avez eu en plus une série finale assez épique?
Il y a des avantages puis des désavantages, les deux côtés. Mais pour nous autres, on doit jouer notre game depuis le début. Fait que c'est ça.
Comme quoi, c'est quoi les avantages, désavantages? Peux-tu en citer quelques-uns?
On connaît leur PP puis leur PK. On connaît leur style de game. Mais aussi, les désavantages, c'est que eux autres...
English. Bonjour. English it is. Well, it's a chance to reach the semi-finals in the Memorial Cup tonight with a win. Just what's the mindset?
Yeah, it's obviously a game 7 for us today. Every game is going to be a game 7 from now on, and yeah, just full focus on tonight, and we'll see how it goes.
Every single game in this tournament has been decided by one goal.
Yeah.
19 others aside.
Yeah.
You're maybe two shots away from being 2-0. Just
Yeah.
How do you feel you guys have played?
I mean, obviously our goalie has been spectacular so far. He keeps us in the game so far really good. We always have the chance to be really close to winning the games, and I feel like at some point we gotta score more goals than they do, and I think today we have a good chance of finally breaking through the goalie.
Yeah, obviously all goals being scored by D-men.
Yeah,
so far.
yeah.
You guys scored for fun during the regular
Yeah.
season and postseason. Is there something just needs to click here?
I don't know. It's just sometimes there's games or multiple games where it's just not going your way, and that's hockey. I think everyone experienced that, and it's just probably just one goal by some dirty goal just going in, and then it's like the knot is gone, and it just keeps going from there.
No team knows the Rimouski Oceanic better than the Moncton Wildcats.
Yeah.
How can that be your advantage tonight?
I mean, it's the same advantage for them too. They know it's pretty good too. So we play a long series against them. We played them twice in the regular season, and I think they know us pretty good. We know them pretty good. It's going to be an interesting game.
Obviously, the news a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
Taylor's father. Just maybe how has that guys brought you guys together?
Yeah, obviously a tragedy for the family, and yeah, it's just something that brings us together a little bit more. Maybe a bigger reason to play for, even though it's a big tournament. Something we play for the families now too, and yeah, just trying to win for them.
Have you seen anything in Gardiner that seems different because of
No, I mean he's such a good coach, great personality. I think every time he comes in the room, it's just 100% hockey. That's what he said yesterday too. It's just full on focus on hockey and focus on the game today, and he's so experienced. I think he can deal with it. Yeah.
Your line this year has been so good. What do you guys have
Yeah.
to do as a line to break through in this top eight?
Shoot the puck. Yeah. I think we maybe pass it a little bit too much right now. Trying to be a little bit too cute. We're really we know we are a good line. We know we can score, and we know we can break through defense pretty good in normal games. But sometimes it's a big stage. You're just trying to be a little bit too cute with it sometimes. And I think if one goes in, we're gonna score a lot more. Yeah.
Obviously, the first two games against London, Medicine, teams you don't know, you're a little bit timid. Obviously, you said you know this team quite well. Do you think this game has the makings of being a shootout, just both teams knowing what's at stake and knowing each other?
Yeah, we kind of said like we won in 6, but maybe that's the game 7 of the Q finals now because it's winner goes home, like winner stays, loser goes home. It's it's a game 7, and we know each other pretty well. I think it's gonna be a tight game, but yeah, we're ready for it.
Personally, how do you feel going into a game like this?
Fun, yeah, it's pretty good. My nerves are normally not that high, not today either. So it's another game, but we know it. There's big things on the line for it. Yeah. Thank you.
Hey fans, did you just enjoy that video? Now you can get more of that with the Wildcats Podcast YouTube channel. Subscribe. You're going to get a podcast every Wednesday. You're going to get a post-game interview after each and every home game. Click that subscribe button. Click the little bell. Make sure you don't miss any content.